Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Right now, our week-long Salute to John Wayne is underway. He's this April Star of the Month here on TCM, and we're honoring him with a week-long marathon of movies which span his 50-year career. And joining me each night in the primetime hours is Scott Hyman, a film historian and leading authority on the career of John Wayne. Welcome again, Scott.
Thanks, Bob.
Good to have you here.
Great to be here.
Now, up next, we have a movie very typical of the kind John Wayne made before his great success in the film Stagecoach. It's a film made at the lower-ranking Republic Picture Studios in 1939. When it was originally released, it was called New Frontier. But because John Wayne had made another film by that same title in 1935, The New Frontier, to avoid confusion, the second New Frontier is now known as Frontier Horizon. Well, that being said, one of the reasons I'm so glad you picked this to show as an example of this part of John Wayne's career was his leading lady.
Sure.
Which comes as a shock to a lot of people. It is indeed Jennifer Jones.
Yep.
When she was known as Phyllis Isley.
Phyllis Isley.
So how did, there's an interesting story on how she got involved in this film.
Phyllis Isley's dad was named Phil Isley. He had a very secure ego, named his daughter after him. He was a very important exhibitor in Oklahoma and Texas, owned a lot of movie theaters, played a lot of Republic product. He was a man in whom Republic had a vested interest in keeping happy. And one day he called Herb Yates, who ran Republic, and said, "Herb, my daughter wants to be an actress. She seems to have some talent. I wonder if you give her a tryout." Well, people who run movie studios get these kinds of calls all the time, but as I said, he owned a lot of movie theaters.
Right.
So Yates said, "Sure, send her out." So they put her under contract for $75 a week. And she made 2 pictures. She made a serial, a Dick Tracy serial,
Right.
and she made this John Wayne picture under the name Phyllis Isley.
And she's not bad in the movie.
She doesn't have a lot to do,
Yeah.
but she's charming,
Right.
and she holds the camera, and the camera likes her.
Right.
You can always tell if someone has that thing or
Right.
not, because does your eye go to them?
Right.
Or does your eye drift?
Right.
And your eye goes to her. She's got that thing.
Right. Except bonfires weren't lit over her in this film.
Well, no, it was a B-Western. It was one Wayne grumbled about making. At the end of 1938, he shoots Stagecoach for John
Right.
Ford. Stagecoach comes out in the early part of 1939, gets very good reviews, does excellent business. John Wayne is suddenly spoken of as a star in the making, which he's been waiting 9 years to
Right.
get to that launching pad again after the big trail. But when he's through with Stagecoach, he has to go back to Republic, to whom he's under contract.
And do more B movies.
And do more B movies, 10-day westerns, 8-day westerns.
Right.
Which he knew were down market, and he knew in the movie business, the postman doesn't ring twice.
Right.
You've got to be there when the break comes, and his break had just come, and here he was getting yanked back to Republic to make these basically
So it's going to
forgettable
set his career
westerns.
back again.
It certainly had that potential.
Yeah. So let's see the film. Here it is, John Wayne joined by Ray Corrigan, Raymond Hatton, and a 20-year-old Phyllis Isley. Here's the TCM premiere of the 1939 John Wayne film, New Frontier, now known as Frontier Horizon.